Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, I had a voice of radio, and yeah, my voice is still a bit croaky afterwards, but come on, Worlds was awesome. But we need to have a chat this morning. And the reason we need to have a chat this morning is because something extremely fun has gone and been revealed, and I, for one, am very, very, very excited indeed. And we might as well just get it out there. We've got a new character rare, and it is Milotic. Now, Milotic actually comes in with Wallace, and Wallace is, well, I'll be honest with you, I did go to Bulbapedia and just remind myself quickly here, but essentially what we've got is a gym leader from Gen 3, the water-type gym leader from Gen 3 from Sootopolis Gym. And actually, I feel a little bit rude here. Was also the champion in Emerald, I should say. But I did play Alpha Sapphire not that long ago, so I really should have remembered Wallace a bit better, and I am sorry. But what we've got here is a really rather lovely character rare, and one that I think we can get a little bit excited about. Now, in terms of what the card actually does, we've got 130 on a stage 1, which is kind of meh. We got a single water energy, 50 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. It's fine. It's not great. It's fine. I do like the 50 snipe, but I'm also well aware that Manaphy's a thing at the moment. And I do think it is absolutely fair to say that Manaphy is gonna ruin your day. Single energy, single prize Pokemon. If it was colorless energy, then I could combine this with Zoroark, and now I think we're really talking. But for a colored energy, I'm unfortunately not really a fan. And for that, I can only apologize. But you know, maybe in a Zoroark deck, maybe you can play a little bit of water energy on Aurora energy or something along those lines. And then maybe this is what you do to, you know, hit the bench a little bit and take those final couple of prizes. Could be fun, ladies and gentlemen. We've then got watercolorless energy, 60 damage plus sleep. Yeah, I'm underwhelmed, actually, I think is fair to say with this one. I am actually pretty underwhelmed. Because you see, sure, 60 damage plus sleep is fine, but 60 damage isn't very much. Sleep can be flipped out of, and you're talking 2 energy on a stage 1. I honestly want more from this. I want something better. This doesn't strike me, to be perfectly blunt with you, this doesn't strike me as good enough. I love the card, I love the artwork, but I can't imagine myself actually playing this anytime soon. And that is actually really kind of sad. Because the artwork is so good. And it makes me want to get really excited about it. And then I read the card and I'm just like, nah, mate. Nah, we're cool. Which is a little bit sad, honestly. Now, it is worth noting we do have the regular artwork of this as well. If you want to take a little bit of a gander at that one. It's lovely. It's not stunning. It's fine. And we do have a Feebas here. And what's really interesting, the Feebas is way more exciting than the Milotic. Because the Feebas has Ascension. I should mention the translations here are from the lovely Antoine Boulet / myself. I had to go, checked with Antoine, job's a good un. So, Ascension is actually really good. You've basically got single colorless energy, and then what you get to do is search your deck for a Pokemon that evolves from Feebas, i.e. a Milotic, and just evolve straight up into it. And that's really good. Because it's not necessarily for this Milotic, although it can be. It can be for any Milotic. So sure, you've got this one, and I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, as I have been perfectly honest with you all along, I don't really like this Milotic. I don't think it's a particularly good card. But the beauty of having an Ascension Feebas is that any Milotic we've got that is either legal now or will be legal in the future, yeah, that's a lot more interesting. So as it stands at the moment, we've actually got the Milotic from Darkness Ablaze that does have an ability that will heal 20 damage from each of your Pokemon. And we've got the Milotic from Evolving Skies that prevents all effects of supporter cards done to you or your hand. So clearly here we're basically thinking about a counter to Judge and Marnie, which is actually sneaky important. That's actually a really, really good card. So what you essentially do here is you play like a 1-1 line, And you got to make sure you're not going to be KO'd, because otherwise you Ascension up and then just get a KO straight away, and that kind of sucks. But you can use Ascension to grab your only Milotic, play a 1-1 line, go second, turn 1, evolve up, and then this is there kind of sitting for the entire game. If you've nothing else to do turn 1 going second, it's not a bad plan at all. So the Feebas having Ascension is for me actually more interesting than this particular Milotic. And do bear in mind there will be other Milotic in the future, or presumably at least, and they're going to be able to take advantage of this as well. But along with having the Feebas and the Milotic, we've also got a Wallace card. It'd be rude if we got a character rare of Milotic with Wallace, but then didn't have a Wallace card. Well, that would just be rubbish, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that at all. So what have we got with Wallace? Well, on the face of it, it's a fairly boring card. It's a draw free. But then your opponent can draw a card if they wish. And if they do, you get a card. So it's an interesting situation for your opponent. If they really want a card, they'll take it. But you get to have a fourth one there as well. The problem with this card, and correct me in the comment section if you think I'm wrong about this, your opponent is only going to let you have a fourth card where they really need a card. Like, if your opponent's got nothing going on, their hand is full of absolute trash, then they are definitely going to let you have a card to give them one more chance of drawing out of it. We've all had those games where we drew absolutely nothing and then we lost. So if you're playing one of those games where you're drawing nothing and you're about to lose, let your opponent have a fourth card. So honestly, a lot of the time, it's either just going to be a straight draw free, and we got enough of them, they're not good cards, they don't see play, or it's going to be a you draw 4, your opponent draws 1, but that's going to be in situations where your opponent really wants to draw that extra card because they really need it, because they're working on a combo or they've got nothing going, etc. And I honestly don't think I'm going to want that. So sneakily, I don't like this Wallace, at all. I really dislike this card pretty much entirely. I don't want to play this card. Because either I'm just drawing 3, in which case there's other cards to go for, or I'm drawing 4, but I'm only drawing 4 if my opponent lets me, and my opponent's only ever going to let me if it works in their favour. So, yeah. I really dislike this. I actually don't really like Milotic, and I don't like Wallace. And although I do like the Feebas, and I really do, I like it with other Milotic we've already had, and I like it for the potential of future Milotic more than I actually like it with this one. But this seems kind of like a good point to check in before we end the video with the character rares, because this is essentially the follow-on from Battle Region and the follow-on from Dark Phantasma, so we know that it's basically going to work exactly like that. Which is lovely, because what that means is that we can say with a fairly high degree of certainty that we are going to see exactly 6 character rares and 2 character super rares. So at this stage we can basically check in and go, right, well, what have we actually seen and what are we hoping we get to see in the future? So talking about Sword and Shield 11A, which is of course what we're doing at the moment. This is Incandescent Arcana. Obviously, we've got Milotic. That's one of the 6. And then we have also seen Braixen. And we've seen Gardevoir. And we've seen Altaria. So what that basically means is that unless something extremely weird happens, and I would not expect it, we have actually seen 4 of the 6 character rares. And it's worth noting, we've also seen the character super rare of Superior, which means we've seen 1 of the 2 of those. Now, what is really, really interesting about the character rare Superior here is that in Battle Region and Dark Phantasma, the character super rares that we saw were, well, in every set, the A sets at least, you have 6 Pokemon V and 3 V-Star, which means there are 3 Pokemon V that don't have a V-Star, and 2 of those have had the character super rares. But of course, Superior does have a V-Star, which means that those rules are out the window, which means we could see an Alolan Vulpix character super rare. Now, I do also think it's important to note that when they revealed Superior V and V-Star, they showed us a character super rare, which I think makes it less likely that we're going to see an Alolan Vulpix character super rare, because if we were going to see one, why would they not reveal it at the time? So, I'm not saying it's going to happen, and I am saying that it absolutely could, but we've got to err on the side of unlikely, because all the other character rares and character super rares they revealed with the regular card, this one they wouldn't have. That is different, but it is at least an option, ladies and gentlemen. It is at least an option. And that's what we've seen so far in terms of character rares and character super rares. The others will be revealed by the end of next week when the set actually comes out. There are still 2 character rares and 1 character super rare we're waiting on, and I, for one, am very excited to see them. But now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about this. I want to know which of these character rares excite you. I want to know anything you want to tell me, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wallace. That's where we talk Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games and all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts. This week I'm telling you all about my World's Journey, which is really rather fun. And you can join the Discord, chat Pokemon, all kinds of fun things. And we give shout-outs to people like the lovely Trevs_99, who is one of our newest Patreons and is a very lovely person. Thank you for the support, and thank you for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.